thought of the day. There are three sides of the story: your story, my story, and the real story. So hello guys, welcome back with another video at the Legal Entertainment channel. Guys, आज हम एक ऐसे केस लो के बारे में बात करने जा रहे हैं जिसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने डीएनए टेस्ट के रिगार्डिंग डिसीजन दिया है। क्या डीएनए टेस्ट हर किसी केस में करवा सकते हैं? क्या डीएनए टेस्ट के लिए कोर्ट किसी भी प्लेंटिफ या डिफेंडेंट को मजबूर कर सकती है? क्या डिफेंडेंट खुद के ही केस को प्रूव करने के लिए प्लेंटिफ को मजबूर कर सकता है कि वो डिफेंडेंट के पक्ष में सबूत पेश करे? तो आइए जानते हैं अशोक कुमार वर्सेस राज गुप्ता एंड अदर्स में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस बारे में क्या कहा। DNA test is not to be directed as a matter of routine but only in deserving cases. When the plaintiff is unwilling to subject himself to the DNA test, forcing him to undergo one would impinge on his personal liberty and his right to privacy. Respondent cannot compel the plaintiff to adduce further evidence in support of the defendant's case. In any case, it is a burden on a litigating party to prove his case, adducing evidence in support of his plea, and the court should not compel the party to prove his case in the manner suggested by the contesting party. Impugned judgment merits interference and its set aside अपील अलाउड। तो आइए गाइस समझते हैं इसको ब्रीफली। इस केस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया का क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन रहा। फर्दर मोर, द कोर्ट हैज नॉर्मल रूल ऑफ एविडेंस is that the burden is on the party that asserts the positive. नॉर्मल रूल ऑफ एविडेंस क्या है कि बर्डन जो पॉजिटिव असर्ट्स करता है उस पे रहता है, बर्डन ऑफ प्रूफ। बट इन इंस्टांसेस वेयर दैट इज चैलेंज्ड, द बर्डन इज शिफ्टेड टू द पार्टी दैट प्लीड्स द नेगेटिव. Keeping in the mind the issue of burden of proof, it would be safe to conclude that in a case like present one, the court's decision should be rendered only after balancing the interests of the parties, that is, quest for truth and the social and cultural implications involved therein. The possibility of stigmatizing a person as a bastard and ignominy that attaches to adult who in the mature years of his life is shown to be not to a biological son of his parents may not only be heavy cross to bear but would also intrude upon his right of privacy. DNA is a unique to an individual and can be used to identify a person's identity, trace familial linkages, or even reveal sensitive health information. Whether a person can be compelled to provide a sample for DNA in such matters can also be answered considering the test of proportionality laid down in the unanimous decision of this court, case Puttaswamy versus Union of India, wherein right to privacy has been declared as a constitutionally protected right in India. The court should therefore examine the proportionality of the legitimate aims being pursued, that is, whether the same are not arbitrary or discriminatory, whether they may have an adverse impact on the person, that they justify an encroachment upon the privacy and person autonomy of the person being subjected to the DNA test. It cannot be overlooked that in the present case, the application to subject the plaintiff to a DNA test is in declaratory suit, and the plaintiff has already adduced evidence and is not interested to produce more additional evidence to prove his case. It is now the turn for the defendants to adduce their evidence. At this stage, they are asking for subjecting the plaintiff to a DNA test. Questioning the timing of the application, the trial court dismissed the defendant's application and we feel that it was correct order. Now, furthermore, in yet to be decided suit, the plaintiff has led evidence through sworn affidavits of the respondents, his school living certificate and his domicile certificate. Significantly, the respondent number 1, who is one of 3 siblings, had declared in her affidavit that plaintiff was raised as a son by her parents. Therefore, the nature of further evidence to be adduced by the plaintiff by providing DNA sample need not to be ordered by the court at instance of other side. In such kind of litigation where the interest will have to be balanced and the test of eminent need is not satisfied, our considered opinion is that protection of right to privacy of plaintiff should get precedence. Having answered these questions, additional issues to resolved is whether refusal to undergo DNA testing amounts to other evidence. Or in other words, can adverse interference be drawn in such situation? In Sharda versus Dharampal, a 3 judges bench in the opinion written by Justice S.B. Sinha, rightly observed in paragraph 79 that if, despite an order passed by the court, a person refuses to submit himself to such medical examination, a strong case for drawing an adverse interference can be made out against the person within the ambit of section 114 of the Indian Evidence Act. The plaintiff here has adduced his documentary evidence and is disinclined to produce further evidence. He is conscious of the adverse consequences of his refusal but is standing firm in refusing to undergo the DNA test. His suit eventually will be decided on the nature and quality of the evidence adduced. The issue of drawing adverse interference may also arise based on the refusal. The court is to weigh both sides' evidence with all the attendant circumstances and then reach a verdict in the suit. And this is not the kind of case where DNA test of a plaintiff is without exception. तो इसमें ये कहा गया कि डिफेंडेंट ने अपने केस को प्रूव करने के लिए जितने एविडेंस पेश किए हैं और प्लेंटिफ ने अपने केस को प्रूव करने के लिए जितने एविडेंस दिए हैं, उस बिहाफ पे कोर्ट को अपना वर्डिक्ट देना चाहिए, ना कि इस चीज को ऑब्जर्व करते हुए कि प्लेंटिफ ने पर्टिकुलर एविडेंस देने से मना कर दिया तो वो उस केस को हार सकता है, ना कि इस बिहाफ पे कोर्ट को डिसाइड करना चाहिए. सो इन दिस केस सुप्रीम कोर्ट गेव इट्स डिसीजन दैट द रिस्पोंडेंट कैन नॉट कंपेल द प्लेंटिफ टू एड्यूस फर्दर एविडेंस इन सपोर्ट ऑफ डिफेंडेंट्स केस. इन एनी केस इट इज अ बर्डन ऑन अ लिटिगेटिंग पार्टी टू प्रूव हिज केस एड्यूसिंग एविडेंस इन सपोर्ट ऑफ हिज प्ली एंड द कोर्ट शुड नॉट कंपेल द पार्टी टू प्रूव हिज केस इन द मैनर सजेस्टेड by the contesting party. The appellant, as noted earlier, has brought on record the evidence in his support which in his assessment adequately establishes his case. His suit will succeed or fall with those evidence subject of course to the evidence adduced by other side. When the plaintiff is unwilling to subject himself to a DNA test, forcing him to undergo one would impine on his personal liberty and his right to privacy. सो गाइज, रिस्पोंडेंट खुद के केस को प्रूव करने के लिए प्लेंटिफ को फर्दर एविडेंस के लिए मजबूर नहीं कर सकता है. बर्डन ऑफ प्रूफ जिसने केस किया है उसी पे ही रहता है. वो अपने एविडेंस, वो खुद के केस को सपोर्ट करने के लिए एविडेंस प्रोड्यूस करे जो उसने प्लीड किया है अपनी प्लीडिंग्स में. द कोर्ट शुड नॉट कंपेल द पार्टी. कोर्ट पार्टी को मजबूर नहीं कर सकती कि वो अपने केस को साबित करे, सजेस्टेड बाय द कंटेस्टिंग पार्टी. सो दिस इज द डिसीजन विच इज गिवन बाय द सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया in Ashok Kumar versus Raj Gupta, which is a great decision regarding the burden of proof and DNA test, which is not a normal matter of routine. So thank you so much guys. मिलते हैं next video में.